chances are you're using AI wrong. So I work with a lot of individuals, companies and entrepreneurs, helping them to get better at using AI in order to start and grow businesses. And lots of people are still using AI on a beginner's level. This is a quick, simple framework that's going to allow you to very quickly be better than 90% of the users of AI out there. You can use this with ChatGPT, you can use this with Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, whatever you want to use it with. This is going to be a valuable framework that can be ported from one model to another. So when I teach, I tend to teach the Risen framework. This is a very simple framework that's going to allow you to be better than 90 to 95% of the other users of AI out there. And this is role, instructions, steps, end goal, and narrowing. I'm going to walk through each of these components. It's a framework that first few times you use it, I'd recommend using this kind of graphic, keeping a screenshot of this video, for example, but then it's going to start to become second nature and you won't even have to think about it at all. In this example, I'm going to use writing a blog article. So if we were using this prompt to write a blog article. Now, a lot of people in previous videos have said, well, why would I spend all of that time writing a prompt when I could just write the blog article? The reason is, once you've written a really good AI prompt, it's reusable. It becomes an asset for you and your business. So you can use the same prompt to write one blog article or 500 blog articles. This is why we spend a time engineering our prompt and making it as good as possible. So the first step in Risen is role. I tend to start every single prompt that I write with act as such and such. So act as a copywriter. Act as an SEO writer who is helping me write a blog, for example. By giving a delimiter, you're telling the AI, I know you can act as absolutely anything you want in the world, but I want you right now to act as an SEO writer or act as a yoga expert, whatever it is. And that's going to delimit and narrow the focus of the AI. Next up is instructions. Just because AI is super intelligent does not mean that we shouldn't be given it instructions. Generally, it doesn't know the context of what we're asking, and therefore it's going to try and piece together what it thinks we want, but without direct instructions, it's going to get things wrong. So it's up to us, the user, to give it instructions. So you need to specifically state what you want the AI to do. So we'd go for, I want you to write a blog article about such and such a topic. But we don't stop there. We then move on to steps, the next part, which is where we actually outline what that process would look like. Assume that you're talking to a hyper-intelligent assistant who has not necessarily done this task before. So we're going to give them clear instructions and a set of 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, however many steps it takes, in order to explain exactly what the task looks like and how you'd go about doing it if you were a human being. We're then going to give an end goal. A lot of people forget to do this with AI, and then when they get a result back from ChatGPT, they're disappointed. They're like, well, this is not what I wanted at all. That, again, is a user fault. You need to tell it what you want, what you expect, what you want that output to look like so that it can hit that target. You can't expect it to mind read, not yet, but instead need to explicitly state this is the end goal. And then finally we come to narrowing. This is where we add small little additions and amendments in order to refine our prompt. So for example, we might put in narrowing about what type of language you want it to use. Please be formal but not overly stuffy, for example, would be an example of narrowing. So we run through this when we're creating a prompt, role, instruction, step, end goal, and narrowing the Risen framework. Again, this is going to become second nature as you use it again and again. So the first time it might feel a bit clunky, but hopefully once you see the results of this, you're going to start using it more and more. And then at that point, it's going to become second nature and you won't even need to think about the Risen. It will just be how you communicate and how you talk with ChatGPT and AI from now on. If you found this framework useful, I have a lot more tips and strategies like this in my newsletter. It's free. It's going to be the first link in my bio up above. And each week I walk you through how you can start and grow businesses using AI. There's also a link to my flagship course. It's a multi-module course where I walk you through soup to nuts how to build a business, again leveraging AI, as well as links to my Amazon books and lots of other resources that will get you started with AI entrepreneurship.